So this particular kit I got at Camping World. Amazingly enough, they had it. They only had it because apparently someone else had ordered it and then it would never come pick it up. But there's the model, the A330C6 is 3.3. It's actually known as a Chill Grille kit. So yeah, this will be the vent that we'll install to allow better cooling and access to the air conditioner from underneath and proper mounting. Well, here you're looking at the new Coleman Mach 15 unit, AC only, and this is the hole that was in the roof. This is a Trilogy 37BH 2014 model. As you can see, there's no real mounting plate on the inside like you'd find on some RVs. It was basically just bolted to the roof. The original AC, the Mach 8, was bolted to the roof. In fact, you can see back here some holes. They had it just bolted to the roof. That was it. And I talked to a guy at one of the RV repair centers. He's already filled this with Dicor in there. And he says that that is actually, surprisingly enough, it's common on some of the higher end coaches. They try to hide the stuff on the inside to make it look less camperish, but in the meantime they tear the roof up and cause leaks and a lot of vibrations and things. So we're going to be replacing that and putting in a mounting kit. I wanted to point out that originally there's a control box here, and it's pretty much blocking almost the entire intake, air intake. So we'll be remounting that up inside the new AC. That was just laying down in there like that with the original AC. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this drill and I'm going to drill 4 little holes here, here, and this, down in this corner here, and then here. And I'll use them as guide points on the inside to go ahead and cut out this, you know, the bottom of this whole area here. So that's what I'll be doing here. Now I'm going to use these holes on the inside as guides to cut out the bottom of this, well, this piece of ceiling. So to start the hole, I'm going to use this. I'm just going to poke it up to the little drill hole and cut a little bit. Then I'm going to use this edge saw to cut all the way around, so it's a nice flush cut. I figured I'd at least try to show you how I'm doing this here. I'm putting a knife in this little drill hole if I can get it in there. One-handed is kind of difficult. Alright, we stick it in there and just kind of, I don't know if I can do this one-handed because it's just going to take too much pressure, but anyway, that's what we do. We basically stick it in there and then cut a little line, then we stick the other knife in there. As the Brits would say, alright then. We got this hole cut out on this side, and as you can see, appears the original AC was actually leaking some water down in here. This would have been bad news over a long period of time. I'm glad I caught this early. This probably been leaking like this since we got it new. We've been around 1.5 years now, trickling in there. That would have rotted this completely out. And the ceiling just would have continued. Alright, so there's the finished cutout hole. Actually appears that thing was leaking really bad and there was no indication of it. So it's a really good thing we're actually doing this. Kind of glad the AC went out, or I was never known until everything was totally rotted, probably down in the sidewalls. But yeah, all this area right up in here, totally rotted. Not good at all. So anyway, we can close it from the top, bolt it down, and then you might need to just leave it air out for a while. Okay, now that we have the hole cut out, we're going to take this ceiling mount frame and we're going to take these special screws here, put them through it, straight up into the air conditioner, and tighten them down. Now we have to turn these bolts down. Of course I'm going to use a drill to do it because it's a lot faster. But we have to turn them all down until these little tabs here come down level with the top of the roof there. Those little tabs there are markers for that reason. So I'll go around and tighten each one of these with the drill. Alright, before I put the final grill assembly on there, I want to wrap a little duct tape around this here, around this edge and around this, to make sure that, like, if any moisture or anything like that comes in here, it's going to run down the outside and we're going to see a lot easier. Plus it'll keep air from going down in there, which is not where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go out the duct over there. Alright, before I put this all together here. I've boiled this all up with duct tape, kind of seal it all the way down around the edges. I want it to be as kind of airtight as possible, and if there's any leak in the future or anything, it will drain down out around, and we'll undoubtedly notice it. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. Now this control box that was sitting down in the ductwork there and blocking a lot of the airflow through the inlet here, this is actually supposed to mount up inside the air conditioner. I don't know if you'll be able to see. No, you can't. Let me try to get it different. Okay, now you can see up inside there these bolts. That's what that's supposed to mount to. So this will be flipped around upside down, and then I'll take some wing nuts that came in the package and just screw it. Alright, now the control box is mounted up inside the ductway there. That's the way it's supposed to mount. They actually provide these wing nuts to screw that down up in there. So I just have to take this cable and connect it back up in there. I don't know if I can really, I can't film it do that because I got to reach too high. Alright, now these were manufactured with this piece of wood up in here as a divider. Normally you would use this here. Thinking about just leaving that in there. I kind of jammed it up in there for now. But anyway, there's this thing here would normally go over that little foam or that little insulation block. But being the cheeky little fellow that I am, I hammered down these little things here so I can place it over the piece of wood like that and have it still fit, and then it screws into these holes right there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to screw that down. Now I wanted to note that this particular kit comes with a control box. That's one of the reasons why it's so expensive at like 160 bucks or so with tax. Kind of ridiculous actually. And we're not going to use that because we're switching out from an existing air conditioner that used essentially the same type of control box. We won't need this, but I will keep it because it's got electronics inside, and if the other one ever goes out, I'll have a spare. Well guys, the new ducting is installed, and I'm really happy with it. I think it came out really well for a self-install. Don't know that anybody else would have done it really any better. It is, I love this thing. It has this direct dump, vents, which is what I have engaged right now. You can close them so since it's ducted ductwork. So it's quite a bit louder with those open. But and I think it's even a little bit louder with it closed just because this assembly is here. But either way, I am amazed at how much cold air comes out of this thing. I mean, never before through ducting or anything else have I ever gotten this much cold air. Within a few minutes, this room was colder than, I'm not kidding you, it has ever been. So very, very happy with the install. The only thing else to do is check to be sure everything looks good from the outside. So there you have it. That's the installation process I went through. And if you ever need to do a conversion on yours, given the potential for leaks, I would suggest it. That's how you do it. Thanks for watching. Okay, everything's running. Up here, it's dark now. You get to see some little bugs and things out here. But mainly, I'm checking to see if there's any indication of water going into that seal there. And while I do see water draining off, I don't see any water going into it. Here looks pretty darn tight, no gaps or anything, so I think we are in good shape.